All right, let's get right into it. For anyone leading in the mental health space, you know the conversation is changing. We're looking past small tweaks and thinking about a complete fundamental redesign of our systems. And that's exactly what this is about. A bold, structured proposal for a global framework that's built on lived experience.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of it. This isn't about another focus group or filling out a feedback survey. We are talking about weaving lived experience into the very DNA of our global mental health systems, from a local clinic all the way up to international policy.
So let's talk about a new era of leadership. What does that actually look like on the ground? Well, it all starts with a huge paradigm shift in how we even think about designing and delivering mental health services.
This right here, this single sentence, is everything. It looks simple, but it's incredibly powerful. This isn't just swapping a few words around. This is a fundamental shift in power. It's about moving away from those old, top-down models and stepping into genuine co-creation and shared ownership.
And just so we're all on the same page, let's be crystal clear on what we mean by lived experience engagement. This is a strategic process. It's about finally recognizing that firsthand knowledge is a form of expertise. It's just as critical as clinical or academic knowledge when it comes to building systems that actually work.
Now, we've seen some amazing, groundbreaking work happening at local and national levels, but so often these efforts are happening in a vacuum. To really transform the system and achieve true equity, we have to start thinking bigger. So let's explore why a coordinated global approach is no longer just a nice idea, it's an absolute necessity.
This comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, that's where we are now. It's fragmented. We've got people reinventing the wheel, great ideas that never scale, and progress that just stops at the border. But on the right, that's the vision. A coordinated global ecosystem where solutions can scale, where we learn from each other across cultures, and where we build evidence-based standards that raise the bar for everyone, everywhere.
Okay, so how do we actually build this thing? This isn't just a dream, it's a blueprint. The whole proposal rests on 3 solid strategic pillars designed to create that unified global infrastructure. Let's break them down one by one.
Pillar number 1 is all about knowledge. Just imagine a single central database, a place where the world's best practices, cutting-edge research, and practical toolkits are open to everyone. This breaks down those silos and truly democratizes information, so a community leader in one part of the world has access to the same insights as a policy advisor in another.
The second pillar gives us the roadmap. Now, a global framework doesn't mean a rigid, one-size-fits-all approach. Not at all. It's about establishing universal principles and high standards for what excellent, rights-based care looks like. Then, those principles can be adapted to fit local cultures and contexts. It's all about ensuring quality and coherence.
And pillar number 3, this is all about accountability. And for you, as system leaders, this one is absolutely critical. A global ledger would give us real-time, verifiable data to track engagement. It lets us measure what we're doing, see the impact, spot the gaps, and most importantly, make a powerful data-driven case for more investment and deeper reform.
A vision this big obviously needs a super clear governance model to bring it to life. So we've covered the what, and now we're going to get into the who and the how. Let's look at the proposed operational structure that makes this whole thing work. You can see how this structure is designed to work from the ground up and the top down. It all starts with national bodies, coordinating things in their own countries. They then connect through these specialized global networks. The whole thing is supported by a central global agency for technical help and guided by a lived experience Congress, where leaders come together to shape global policy. It's a totally interconnected system.
And here are just a few examples of what those global networks could be. You can see how they each zoom in on a really critical area. You've got one dedicated to professionalizing the peer workforce, another for coordinating anti-stigma campaigns. This structure lets experts from around the world collaborate deeply to solve the challenges we all face.
So we have the vision, we have the framework, and we have the governance model, which brings us to the most important point: what does this all mean for you? This final piece is a direct call to action for every leader who has a hand in shaping our mental health systems.
The message here is unmistakable. If you're in government or a funding body, it's time to invest in lived experience leadership as a core part of reform. If you lead an organization, your job is to embed this into every single process and actually share power. For academics, it's about honoring this as a legitimate system of knowledge.
And for all of us, it's about thinking globally to build this platform for change together. So, it all comes down to this. The blueprint is here. The potential for a mental health system that is more effective, more equitable, and more humane is right in front of us. The only question left for every leader watching this right now is, will you be the one to lead this change?